Yo, what's up, guys? So as we spoke about yesterday, we're expecting a short time frame pullback, and now it is crunch time. Now it is time where we officially did get the cross of the 12-hour a few days ago. Now it is time to hold. It's time to hold. It is time to reset the RSIs, and from that, we could be looking at reaching the next target of up to $18,000 to $19,000. Guys, in this show, I'm going to be giving you the 3 trades that I'm building up now for this move of support. And I'm going to be giving you a full view of Bitcoin, bulls versus bears. If you had a look at my Twitter today, you would see I did a massive thread on all different time frames on what are the major keys and indicators we are looking at. And then it is time to take these trades. Remember, guys, I also am giving away, I feel like Father Christmas. I feel like it's time. It's the excitement time for presents again. So you guys have the opportunity to get a present. And what you have to do, guys, is if you sign up with one of our BYBIT links below and you go to my Twitter, which I'll show you now, I've just posted a poll. Now, I need you to choose. There's a lot of responsibility on you guys here today because basically you're going to choose the winner. You're going to choose which box. I see everyone's selecting 2 at the moment. So go vote, go vote, go vote. At the end of the show, I'll be selecting someone that will win what the prize is in here. I think it's up to a $50,000 prize that you can get. And I even think that possibly, I know the guys are speaking about it, there might even be a private one-on-one trading session that could be in one of these boxes too, which could be really, really, really cool. Remember, guys, if you open up with one of our BYBIT accounts, put in $250 as a minimum as a deposit. You traded it anyway. It's all yours. And you stand a chance to win the prize. No more wasting time, James. Let's get into the show.
Click, click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click, click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the charts, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click, click, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper, click, click. Enter the sniper.
Yo, Banter fam, what's happening? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Remember to subscribe to this channel if you are brand new. We've been here through war. We've been through tons together. We fight every single day, bringing you alpha, bringing you knowledge, bringing you entertainment in this bear market. We're going to get through it. And one day we will thrive. One day the bull market will come back. We will get our Lamborghinis. We'll get our yachts together and we'll have a fantastic life. So, guys, remember to smash that like button if you're part of the family. Remember to, if you're looking to open any exchange accounts, to sign up with our links below. Sign up bonuses, discount on trading fees, get you into school, Sniper School. If you're using one of these, we are taking 5,000 students, guys, for the cohort in January. I finished another 2 live trading sessions yesterday, or 2 live events, and it was incredible yet again. We're only just breaking numbers. We used to a drop off between cohorts of people attending. We've only just going up. They've never seen it before. So the Sniper School is blowing up. I'm extremely proud of all the content that's there. So by you using any of our links does qualify and can get you into Sniper School, and it can get you into Discord. So there are tons of benefits. Remember, guys, we bring everything free to you guys every day. This is how we support the channel. And end of the day, it's a win-win for all. So let's jump in, guys. Remember, I'm giving away prizes. You have to open a BYBIT account and deposit it. We are doing this for every day for the rest of the month. But I am doing one. Say again? Till Christmas. Until Christmas, we are doing that. So let's jump on and let's have a look what's happening. So currently, we are getting a short-term pullback on Bitcoin. What's obviously happened the last 2-3 days is we did get a higher high, which was good. And we did end up getting a cross. Now, the important thing to understand is we look to zoom out for the first. And I'm actually going to jump to this thread to actually give you an understanding, guys. If you want to go and have this thread for yourself, it is here. There is a slight problem with it. If you click on the first one, I'll be redoing this thread. It's only showing 3 steps. It's not showing all of them. So the way you do that is you click on the 12th one and you're basically able to claim the whole thread. Look at this, guys. I've given you all the information you need on Bitcoin over here. And basically it starts off like this. It starts off with the first question. Okay, is the emotion part of the market. Where are we? And end of the day, we've seen all of this play out and we've seen this bear market and where we're at. And I think the big question for us is, are we in depression or are we in anger? That's the big sort of question, because if you take this to this, it sort of looks like we're either in this area or we're in a shorter extended part of this area over here. Very interesting to understand. But either way, what we can sit here together and say is we are either between anger and depression. Maybe capitulation, but I think we passed that now. But we are at the bottom phase of emotion. Does not mean 100% the low's in. We're talking about the phase. We're talking about the last phase and the last emotions that this market makes you feel before it starts the next reset of the cycle. And that's when hope comes back, disbelief comes back, optimism, and we go through the whole thing again. So the first thing is to see, okay, this is sort of where we're at. It doesn't get much worse than this emotionally, because we've been through this from 60 something K, maybe a 10K, maybe a 12K. We'll go through that shortly, but emotionally wise, we've been through majority of it, which is a good first sign. The second thing we want to look at is, where are we now with the rest? I showed you guys this on Saturday, and it's still one of the most important charts. The important chart was Bitcoin from 2017 all-time high did an 81% drop in that time to get the low of around 3,000, 3,500. It then created a way higher low of $700 before that rally started, and it ended up giving us still a 4x higher low than the previous one, which was huge, a 4x. And end of the day, we ended up still getting a higher low on the chart. We ended up getting a really strong downwards RSI, creating a long-term bullish divergence, which was good. And then we've repeated the same thing now. Now we're at the point where we do have all these supports and levels that we can come test. But ultimately, Bitcoin at the moment is sitting over 77% from all-time high down. We are still at least a 4x? 4 to 5x from the low of the March crash. So we are still the same percentages of what this move was over here. We are seeing the similarities again, and we are seeing the RSIs making its way down, forming bullish divergence, and ultimately showing that we are at a near phase of this area over here. The last time we had this, we ended up having a 2,000% growth in Bitcoin. 2,000%. We are seeing the same sign play again. Third step is understanding where Bitcoin's at and understanding when the shift happens. I spoke about this yesterday. Very important. Bitcoin on the last bull run showed 100% up moves, 30% pullbacks, 100% up moves. It's just important to understand the basics of what Bitcoin can do when the market decides to break out of these previous emotion phases. The worst thing you want to do is be stuck in this phase or in this phase when this is actually happening. And that's where it traps you. And that's when I spoke about the previous time where Bitcoin literally rallied up for weeks and weeks and weeks in the 2020 bull run. And I only started making money the last probably 6 months. All of that time because I was trading like this. I think I was focusing on something like this, or I was focusing I had the wrong idea completely. And ultimately it got me trapped out these times. So understand that Bitcoin's currently here. This is what Bitcoin's been doing over the last few weeks. It's in this phase over here. If you had to look at the emotion cycle and go back, what comes next? Maybe some more blood, sure. But what comes next? At some point, we get back into full steam mode. And you just got to be aware of that shift. Now, if you take that to the actual Bitcoin chart, let me go back here and show you. You could see that, here we go, that Bitcoin is ranging down. Okay, so the same range that I was speaking about, this was a 25% move, a 25% drop, a 25% up, 25% drop. This is what it's been doing, ranging throughout here. This could be the major wedge on the weekly that changes that. And we got to be aware that that level is sitting at that $19,000 mark. And that's when that line, if it breaks at any point, it's coming soon, guys. We do have the 2 question marks. Do we go here first or do we go there? Ultimately. But when this breaks, you have to be so aware to shift your mindset and to go into the form of understanding that a bull leg now, because you don't want to be still trapped in this phase when we get out of it. And this is the indication that I'm using to help me get out of that and know when we are shifting into the next phase. Very important. Then the next thing to understand is to understand the stochastic RSIs and to understand where is the major supports right now in the market. Guys, we are not promised firstly the 10K. A lot of people are saying it, and I agree with it. It could definitely happen. I'm not saying that it won't, and I've prepped. I've definitely prepped for that. But ultimately, we are in the support phase. We're in the support area, and this is anywhere between 13 and 17K, maybe even the 10K. But this, for me, is huge, huge, huge support. And as you look over here, you can see that the RSI has also just tipped in the bottom and just crossed on its way up. We've always seen good gains. We had this little run up here when it was reset last time. Before that, we had this huge run over there. Before that, we had this humongous run over there. And you can see how this little indicator has never lied that a bullish momentum is coming back. Now, what does this mean? It means the bears are running out of time. It means the test of 10 to 12,000, the days are getting numbered and they're getting limited. If they don't get there soon, the major RSIs and everything is turning now. And if they don't get to those levels soon, eventually we're going to get this buy up. And remember, there are 2 ways that you can look at a bottom of a cycle. It's either accumulation, market going sideways, which is kind of what we're seeing right now, or it's a fast capitulation. If they don't get this capitulation done soon, for me, we are in the bottom phase right now. And for me, I think we're going to break this wedge on the upside. And we still did not test the resistance. I'm calling now. If we break that trend, I think we go to 30K. I do. And from 30K, we will see from there. But I think we go to 30K. So it means you got a little bit of time in this area over here. And there may be a push to 12K first. But 30K for me is the next push after that. And it makes sense on the emotion cycle. It makes sense on many different things. And this stochastic RSI is just here to show us that time is running out. Time is running out to be a bear. It was fun. You've had a great year, but it's running out. And if you are still stuck in that cycle, I'm telling you guys, you could work your butt off. And I know a lot of people did make some good decisions in the bear market by getting out, but they can ruin it the same way that the bulls ruined it when they were buying high and they were getting trapped in the thing. If they get stuck, if this all of a sudden becomes the break and the new push, and they still stuck here, all the hard work they did for the last year is gone, wiped. And it's the same thing with us. We rode a whole bull run and we made so much money and we literally let it all wipe, because when this phase came, we were still stuck in this phase. No, it's going to pull back and it's going to bounce and we're going to go again. How many times were we stuck in that phase? Yet this was the actual one to focus on. Very important to understand. They are going to soon get wrecked, very much similar to what the bulls got wrecked within the bear. It's crazy how it shifts. Now the next thing to do is to jump on the daily. And I spoke to you guys about this. Was we had the first signs of the 20 MA. So we know. Let's just quickly zoom out for a second. The first thing is we know on a higher time frame, emotionally, support-wise, RSI over sold-wise, everything, we are getting to the bottom phase. Where the exact number is, we don't know, but we're getting to the bottom phase. Now what we got to do is we got to now zoom in to the smaller time frames and start looking at the triggers that we need. And I wouldn't go too small. I would probably go with 12-hour as the first and then daily. Now, what happened recently on the 12-hour? The 12-hour, we did get the cross. I spoke about this. We got the cross. And ultimately, this is a level we need to hold. We hold this level. This has always been a good indication, not only for gains, but for time. The last time we crossed it was 2 to 3 weeks of upside. And we've crossed this again now. So if we hold support now, we just reset in 4-hour RSIs. Smaller time frame RSIs are being reset. That's why we're getting a small little pullback. But if we hold this area now, from here, we're going to rally on strong. And it's showing us that there can be a good 2 to 3 weeks of the gains. Then we get to the critical levels. The critical levels of this resistance here. The $18,000 mark. That is the next big one. That is, let me go here, the daily. So the 12 hours just giving us indication. Boom. What do we need next? We need the daily now. The daily is the next one that we need to hit. We got the first sign. The first sign was us breaking the 20 moving average. Okay. And what it means is if we break it, we have to hold it. Very simple. Times that we never held it before were times that we got rejected, which is great. We're not afraid of that. It gives us a support area. Now it also tracks on our trend line support, showing us the same area. And I'll jump to that chart now. But ultimately 16.5. 16.5, we hold on this pullback now. We hold that trend. We're good to go, and we can go to the next level. Where do we go next? The $18,200 mark is the 50 moving average. Now we've just gotten the cross. Now, how do moving averages work? Moving averages, if we go above this 50, what it means is this 20 will drag its way up here. Eventually, you'll have the cross. And when the cross happens on the daily, now it's giving us an indication that not only can this be a 2 to 3 week gain, this can be the next 2 months of an upwards trend. That's what the daily means. So we've gotten the first one. Now, Bitcoin must hold support and chase the next one. But if it does break 18, we on. But it means we cannot pull back below that again. We go to 18K, we hold 18K, we get the cross. Now retail comes in and showing us the next 2 months are looking strong and good. And then what happens next? Then we jump back to our little weekly chart, okay? And then this wedge breaks. So firstly, it started off with the 12-hour. Now we need the daily. Then we get the weekly. Now the weekly is sitting at that 18.8 to the $19,000 mark. We break through that. We on. Now we high time frames, and it's giving us a good 3 to 6 months. Bitcoin's got a lot of work to do in that time, but it means that we are set on a nice bullish run for a good few months. And then we got to go break 30. We've got to go break higher levels. We will work on that way up. But either way, things are shifting slowly behind and under our noses, that we are sitting here still thinking 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I'm now 30% certain that the low's in.
It's a falling wedge.
It is a falling wedge, bullish pattern. But I'm 30% certain the low's in. If the daily gets crossed, we break the 18K and we hold it, I'm 60% that the bottom's in. If this breaks, I'm 60% the bottom's in. And then if that weekly wedge breaks, then I'm 90%. I'm explored back into all my altcoins. My stop losses are in, and we ride the thing. So do you see how you have to zoom in to zoom out to understand? But do you see how early you are? If this breaks through and all these things happen, you've seen it now rather than then, and you'll see the massive difference that it makes. And you could see that after this tweet, I basically went down and I simplified all of it. I said, we have been in a strong downtrend for a while. We are seeing signs of exhaustion from the bears. And we now understand that we're in the lower range of the cycle. The question is, where's the bottom? And this is where we now know we've broken all these major supports on lower time frames. These are areas we hold now. And if we hold this and we break the next one, like we are way ahead than the rest. They all still waiting. I love Al Capo. I think he's done a great job. He's waiting for 12. He's got his whole community waiting for 12. Every single Richard Hart is at 10. These guys have done well. They can ruin it all if they don't see these signs. All of it. Because the market can be back at 25 in no time, and you're still stuck in the thing of 10K. Do you see how it can trap you and get you stuck? So ultimately, right now, 16.3 to 16.5 is support areas we need to hold. 18K is where we need to break on the next push. 18.8 is where we break the weekly wedge. Be ready. Be ready for any of these that happen. If we do break the 16.5 breakers wedges, cool. We'll protect ourselves, get into Bitcoin, wait to see if we capitulate, and then we continue the next journey on the way up. So it's really good to understand, guys. Go see that. And you can see how well the market's looking pretty good. I don't see any other major catalysts right now that can bring it down. I think the stock market's pulling back slightly at the moment. And I think that's why the crypto market's just holding up a bit. But ultimately, the stock market's looking good and the DIX is looking weak. And we're getting all these many different signs over here. So you can see this support trend is the support, guys. This is it. Any test here, which for me, we're entering buy zones on a lot of altcoins. I'll be going through 3 now for you guys, 4 actually, on the trades that I'm taking and how I'm protecting myself. But for me, let's actually go to the 4-hour RSI reset. Boom. It's probably going to stay a little while. 8 hours, nearly reset. And if we hold these levels and these RSIs reset, I think we're on. I think we make our way to that 18K. And from that, if we break that, guys, end of the day, we might be taking profits at 18,000. We might. But if it breaks it, like it's going to be so hard to get entries, and we might shift into that next phase really quickly. So guys, the next thing, what I do need is that spreadsheet. Okay, cool. I'll get it from you now. Okay, now guys, the trades that I'm taking. The first one for me is Litecoin. Litecoin's on form at the moment. It's looking incredible right now. To Bitcoin, it's looking powerful. And for me, it's looking at one of the stronger ones. I'm not... It did lead the bull run on the last cycle. It actually did. It was one of the ones, that and Cardano were the ones that ran the last one. So the first one for me is Litecoin. This has been looking incredibly strong. Look how it broke. Look at this one cross. You know, we spoke about Bitcoin just crossing now. Look when Litecoin crossed on the 12. It'll actually be quite interesting to see where the MA is on the daily. Look at that. The daily it even crossed and holding. That's good. So that's showing a long-term good push from Litecoin as we speak. So what happened yesterday is we ended up rallying really big, confirming a way higher high, and I'm buying it on this retest. A stop loss under the previous low. So I'm basically buying between 76 and 78, 78.50, and I have a stop loss around 75. Now from here, this is remember, I'm bullish now until that trend line's broken. Until that trend line's broken, I don't care. So and Bitcoin's getting to the retest levels now. So I'm buying Litecoin in this area over here. I'm putting a stop in play under the low. That's great. But from here, I do see it going to the to the first target of 95 to 100. Yeah, the first target of 95 to 100 is my first. A good 20-25%. And my second one, I actually have another two targets, is 110. Guys, if we break that weekly now, we hold all these things, we turn. I think the market runs for a good 2 months, and it runs in big percentages. So I see 110 and I see 130 as the next target. So I'll focus on the first one as a major. But after that, I do see the market doing some really good things. So Litecoin is number one. The second one for me is Neo Protocol. So Neo Protocol is in the buy zone as we speak right now. It is looking good. We have a bullish wedge currently forming, or bull flag currently forming. It's got a very simple low. So my stop loss is around 1.67 in that sort of area. Never put them all in the same place, guys. Pop them around. But for me, my buy zone is between 1.7 and 1.74. And from here, you're doing it a simple strategy. You buy 50 or 60% in this area, and you buy the rest on the break. And remember, as this starts to, you want to paint the picture. From here, I see this, I see this, I see this, and I see this start to make its way up to those areas. Support trend line, I track it on its way up. You got to have a basic understanding of what you want the trade to do for you so that you know how to take it next. But for me, this is a buy zone area over here, and I'm seeing Neo go between 2.1, between 2 and 2.1. So if we look at it percentage-wise, our risk 3%. So remember, be very clever with leverage and stuff if you are, but I wouldn't be doing leverage. I'll be doing spots on this trade. And my reward is 18 to 20%. Now, I want to remind you guys again, these are short-term trades. If Bitcoin breaks that wedge on these entries, you've just gotten the entry of a lifetime. Like, I don't even think you even understand. We zoom in to get the entries, yes, and we trade it on shorter time frames. But if the higher time frames all of a sudden just jump in and they just come, like, you don't even understand where you've just gotten your entry. You'll soon understand. You'll soon understand. So near, remember, like, look here. I'll zoom out for you one more time. One more time on the coin that you're buying on a short time frame. One more time. Look at this. If the market turns and it makes its way bullish, you don't even understand where you have your entry right now. Great project, great team, great fundamentals, great everything. You don't even understand. So that's why we zoom in and we fight for these entries. So near the first, guys, we might hold these entries for a while. Today, the focus is get the entry, survive the stop loss. That's it. After that, we focus on how long we're holding this bad boy. The next one for me is THETA. I'm a sniper, THETA. For me, it's in buy zone, in laddering in zone. So I'm buying, I'm filling a position up here. I do think it can go to around 85 to 86 cents. It can. I have a stop loss around 84. So what I'm doing is probably filling about 50% of my position in this box over here. And the rest I'm filling on the break of trend. And what I'm expecting THETA to do from here is I'm expecting it to go to the top range of around $1 again. But after that, I'm actually trading it for the big trade. And that's back to the 1.3 to the 1.5. I think I'm going to get a 50 to 70% trade on this entry that I'm working on right now. So THETA for me is this buy zone over here, stop loss in this area. I'm buying the rest on break of trend, but THETA for me is looking incredibly good. Now, next one. Guys, this one, if you can get it on Maxi, Kujira, KUJI, we've spoken about this many times. For me, look at this. This is a long-term trend that we are looking to possibly breaking out. This is not a, I don't think you even get leverage on this, which is good. Spot. This for me is more the medium risk, higher risk sort of view. So just be careful of the percentages of your portfolio. But this one's a big one. I personally have a really big bag of this. And I bought, sorry? No, to $1 easy. But I'm expecting this to go back. I think this, after this move, this is a long wedge to the downside. And for me, this one, I'm looking at hopefully 150% trade. That's the goal that I'm looking at. Guys, this, yeah, I've been filling up for a while. I've been accumulating. I was actually accumulating a lot around this period over here. And now, as we saw the signal this morning of this one breaking here, filled my KUJI bags the last few weeks. Exactly. KUJI's it's a great. Sorry that there's no dark mode here, man. Where do I get dark mode? Here. Little sun. Boom. Oh, but I got black lines. But this one looks really good, guys. This one looks really good for me. So those are my 4 separate different trades. Now let me get this up in here. And you have sent me the spreadsheet. Let's put this up over there. And let's get this here. Cool, guys. I'm going to be giving away. Remember tomorrow as well. So open your accounts. If you did not get it right today, open your accounts, deposits, and let's do some giveaways so we can see what happens. On the spreadsheet. Okay, I'll jump on it now. So it looks, ooh, box 3. Box 3. What are we thinking, guys? Which one? This is fun, bro. I actually need to, hold on. Needs to be for the Christmas for this one. Okay, looks like box 3. Let's have a look one more time. We'll go back in, make sure. Okay, box 3. Let's open box 1 and see what the prize would be. Box 1 is the $5. So you don't win $5. And you don't win the one-on-one trading session. Okay, so this one will probably be on later. The next one, box 2. $500. So you don't win the $500. Box 1, box 2. Now let's go box number 3. The winner, which we'll select now, will win $1,000. I think that's the highest one out of all of them. That's incredible. Incredible. Santa Sheldino, you won $1,000. Let's select the winner. Here we go. 6th December. Anyone. Any one of those. There's a bunch of them. Scroll down and do a bit of shit. Jeez, like it. Okay. James, what number, bro?
Any number.
Huh?
Choose any number.
Yeah, you must choose one.
278.
278.
Yeah.
Okay, 278. Here's the user. Is this the ID, right? That's the user ID over there.
Yeah, that's the one, bro.
Amazing. 278. Congratulations. You won yourself $1,000. Please make sure what is the link that they send it to?
Oh, they've got it. It'll just be deposited straight into the account.
No. They do need to email. It's in the description, guys. At giveaways.com. Just email your user ID and they'll make sure that you deposit. Just because we've got a bunch of scammers and people trying to take cheeky chances. Yeah, 26. Yes, I think so. Just email that giveaways. It is below in the description, guys. Congratulations, guys. We'll be back. Santa Sheldino, we'll be back tomorrow. We're giving you more. Guys, someone must win the live one-on-one trading session. I think that'll be cool. I think that'll be really cool. That'll be absolutely amazing. Guys, have a fantastic day. Much love, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Let's make money. Merry that time of you.